A wet cat. I don't really noticed. Never mind. Don't worry about it. There's one. You have a chest in your house. No! Ran into the priest. And no little Timmy. Nope. Nothing I want. If you didn't get that reference, that was a Team 4-star reference to Hellsing Abridged. Got it. Oh, well, if it isn't the bloody priest. And what is this? No little Timmy glued to your crotch. Scandalous. I have all the manga of Hellsing, all 3 books. I mean, Hellsing is a good series, but I also very much enjoy the abridged series of a lot of stuff. There's a abridged version of Black Butler that is called Black Butler on CRA C, and you can finish off the last letter, but it's hilarious. Haven't seen Black Butler. So I cosplay a lot from the Black Butler series. Used to host a few Maiden Butler cafes as Sebastian from Black Butler and Mayrin from Black Butler. I've also done Grell, but with Black Butler, hello there. With Black Butler, it's basically, the gist of it is this kid who's very young watches his parents, like, basically goes to greet his parents in the living room for his birthday, and finds the parents have been unalived and their bodies sewn together and strapped to a chair. And then he gets, like, essentially kidnapped by this cult and tried to be forced into being a sacrifice. And on the brink of unaliving, he forms a contract with a demon. And this demon, when forming the contract, basically says, you can give me any name you want, and it shall be done. And this kid's all like, okay, I'm going to name you Sebastian. Oh, that's a very interesting name. Why ever did you pick the name Sebastian? It was the name of one of my old dogs. Oh. Sebastian it is. And Sebastian really, really dislikes dogs. Really, really strongly dislikes dogs. He prefers cats, and dogs tend to just piss him off. They annoy him, but, like, he likes cats. And his whole catchphrase throughout the whole entire series is just like, of course, you see, I am simply one hell of a butler. If I couldn't do that much, what kind of butler would I be? It's a very, very good series, and oh man, I found the jungle biome again. Damn it! I went too far, but I at least found the jungle biome. Not where I needed to be, but okay. There's a maid in the series that's a sharpshooter. There's a gardener who used to basically be a military project for human testing at one point. And there's a retired combat soldier who essentially becomes a cook and doesn't know how to cook. Like, he can cook a bit, but majority of the time, Sebastian has to end up doing the cooking because whenever the retired combat veteran tries to do the cooking, his whole thing was, I thought it'd be a lot faster if I used me flamethrower. Your flamethrower. You went to cook the beef slices with a flamethrower. I thought it'd be a lot faster. Oh no. Like, you used a flamethrower to cook this? There's things there's an oven you can use. You can use an oven. But Black Butler has several continuations of the series. So there's Black Butler Volume 2, the manga's a lot more complex than the anime. Did I go the wrong way? Okay, it's this way. The manga's a lot more complex than the anime. The manga gets all fucky wucky and it's very confusing. It's gotten to a point where there's like 400 chapters now, and it got really deep and just a lot of time shenanigans. And hey, I think that's the house I built. Wait, is the house I built on fire? Wait, am I on peaceful? Yeah, I'm on peaceful. What the hell is there fire over here? Oh, that's why there's fire over here. Ooh. But there's Black Butler Volume 2. There's not only is there Black Butler Volume 2, but ow! There's Black Butler Book of Circus, Black Butler Book of Schmurder, Black Butler Boarding School Arc. There's a few other in the series type things, but it's essentially like there's a lot of continuations of the series, and the creator of Black Butler supports trans rights. I found that out, which was great to like find out. I found that out by whenever the author of Black Butler finally gave the information about Grell, who's a Grim Reaper in the series, and how people keep asking what Grell's gender is, because Grell is very androgynous looking and has very long red hair, and technically was born with a schlong between the legs, but Grell identifies with she and her, and Grell is bisexual. There's a whole backstory in the manga as to how Grell became a Grim Reaper. So the thing with Grim Reapers and Black Butler is if a human during their human life commits an atrocity or commits a unforgivable sin, like taking yourself out of this life, essentially, without like just taking yourself out kind of thing, you basically get forced into the underworld / afterlife servitude type thing, where you have to now be a Grim Reaper and reap souls and meet a quota and basically have to fill out paperwork in relation to how many souls you have taken. and it's a whole interesting aspect of that, but it's basically the Ice Ages of the Underworld. Not necessarily. It's just like how Hades in Hercules, how Hades has to have a quota of souls he has to meet every day. It's kind of like that. But it's not the Ice Agents. They're just like Grim Reapers that have to reap souls, and they have to meet a certain amount per quarterly or whatever. And it can annoy people really bad. Like it annoys the Reapers that they have to like collect souls. But did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. But essentially, Grell in the series is a Grim Reaper, and Grell uses she/her, and Grell has a crush on Sebastian, and Grell makes very, very, very lewd comments towards Sebastian about how, ooh, oh, Sebby, how wonderful! I get to reap your soul eventually, you know this, right, darling? And Sebastian's all like, last time I checked, Reapers are not allowed to reap demon souls. Oh, but I can just stab right into you, and it'd be so delightful. And just like, Grell's personality and Grell's character it's one you'd have to be have an acquired taste for, but Grell, whenever they whenever the author finally gave information on Grell in the series of Black Butler, the information that was given was that like Grell is supposed to be a trans woman. Grell is essentially supposed to be trans. Whenever she became a Grim Reaper, she no longer wanted to be like identifying with how she was born. So she goes by she/her, and most people they just kind of refer to her with her pronouns, and sometimes there are characters that do misgender her, so there's a bit of like confusion in the series. Plus, whenever she has to be in the human world and she's trying to like essentially hide her identity as a human while she's helping with Jack the Ripper stuff. She disguises herself as like a man with a ponytail kind of thing and glasses, but it's just kind of part of what you'd have to watch in the series. It's okay. Wait, am I at the right? Okay, I'm almost at the right place. This is taking so long to get back to home base. So much watermelon. I swear I can do things. Ow. Ooh. Am I close? I feel like I'm close. But I have both Black Butler Season 1 and Black Butler Season 2 on both Blu-ray and DVD because I like the series, and I'd like to have a physical copy of that series, so I do. And I've cosplayed Black Butler characters for, I want to say, when was the first time I cosplayed Black Butler characters, I believe, was 2015. Yeah, 2015. And so I've cosplayed Black Butler characters for about 10 years now.